Welcome. Do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Now let's move into the news. I'm already gone. I'm expecting my funeral. Ayo Adebanjo at 94. Pa Ayo Adebanjo, leader of Afenifere, the Pan-Yoruba socio-political organization, has declared that at the age of 94 is already gone and only expecting his funeral. Adebanjo, who turned 94 on Sunday, April 10th, made the declaration in an interview to mark his birthday anniversary. Adebanjo, who turned 94 on Sunday, April 10th, made the declaration in an interview. The elder statesman, who spoke on the state of the nation, said his greatest regret about Nigeria is that he's going to leave behind a country led by the blind. I have nothing to worry except Nigeria, that I'm going to die in this position that blind people are leading the country. The followers are equally blind, he said. Everybody wants material gain. It is unfortunate, and that is what makes me sad. Asked whether he was expecting a revolution in this country given its persistent challenges, Adebanjo, who decried the failed leadership in the country and the refusal to restructure the country, answered in the affirmative. He noted, however, that he has tried his best and will leave the issues for the younger generations, as according to him, is already gone and expecting his funeral. Of course, mind you, I've told people freedom is never guaranteed, it is won. It is the people who are suffering that will show by their actions. The way people like Sunday Igboho are reacting, the way people like Nnamdi Kanu are reacting, and more will react. They'll be forced to go to the streets and call for change, he said. You say you don't want the country to break and you want to stop a revolution, make the constitution acceptable to everybody, he added. Let us sit down. If you're not going to accept the one we had at independence, you're not going to accept the 2014 National Conference report or the El-Rufai report, then let us sit down and talk. But you said no. You want to impose the constitution brought by the army that is in the favor of a section of the country that makes the ruler a dictator, which they are now doing. We will accept that, and you say you want peace. You're just playing to the gallery. I have said it that the problem of the country is obvious. A layman can solve it. They introduced ethnicity and religion, all because they want to stay in power. And some people who eat the crumbs from the table support them. But once the crumbs are not there, they revolt. This is what is happening in the APC when they vicked the national chairman into office. Have you heard of consensus democracy? He asked. It's a shame. It is left for you younger generation, and as I said, I'm already gone and I'm expecting my funeral. Will I say that God has not been kind enough to me? I am 94. Where are my other colleagues? I am worried about those I'm going to leave behind. In the First Republic, you will promise your son and daughter that if he or she makes a first class, you buy a car for them. Can the father buy a bicycle for himself now? Adebanjo queried. Well, this has left Nigerians drooling over his said interview, and they have reacted. Someone, being Kari, said, then quit making inflammatory speeches. Make peace with those you despise, starting with Akintola family over to Tinubu and others. Then can people respect you more than presently? Well, it's not me. It's the views of people. Prince Joe said, Pa Ayo Adebanjo, you are right. Just Nigerian politicians don't want to hear the truth or do the right things. Isola Bolaji said, yes, blind leaders and blind followers. They do not want Nigeria to break. They do not want revolution, and they are not ready to change the constitution. That is really true. Well, Michael Akinwale, Baba, you are right. A layman solved Nigerian problem. It is very easy to solve, but because some set of people are gaining from the present situation of Nigeria, they will not create any chance to resolve it. There is high level of oppression from a certain set of highly placed Nigerians over the less privileged ones. Another person said, go check history. Every country that have ever experienced change, the happenstance are here. Another person said the blind leaders of the blind. Well, a lot of people have affirmed and have agreed to his interview, saying that what he is saying is right, that this is a country led by the blind, and that the followers are also blind. He criticized the present federal government, the present administration, saying that they are not doing things right and that they are blind people and they are being followed by also blind people. He said that he is already 94 and is just waiting for his funeral, and that God has been so grateful to him, but that he will leave this one for the younger generations to fight. And he also supported Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu, saying that they wanted something good, they wanted a change, and that the government stopped them because it does not suit their own stance. Anuga Chukwuma said, "Thank you very much for reminding us that we are being ruled by blind leaders and the need for the younger generations to action like Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho." Another person said, "Can a father buy himself a bicycle now?" I love this man's statement. It's true. Look at the present happenings around us. He made a statement that before, when a father promises his child that if the child gets a first class, that they are going to buy the child a car and all. But now, that can the father even afford to buy a bicycle himself now? We know the state of things in the country, and we know how everything is going to sham. It's very sad to hear these things that are happening in Nigeria. It is really, 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 really sad to hear that even people are going to die leaving the country in this position. Some people are going to be worried about their children. How will their children cope? How will their grandchildren cope in this economy? Nigeria is falling apart, and no wonder people wanted a separate nation for themselves. We can see how Nnamdi Kanu struggled with the Biafra. He wanted to get all the states in the Igbo land, wanted to get all the states in the Igbo land and put it and gather it as one nation. He wanted Biafra. Let's talk about Sunday Igboho that wanted a separate nation for the indigenous people of Yoruba land. He wanted an independent Yoruba nation. Let's talk about Shore, who wanted revolution, who wanted something better. You can see the way the federal government shut every one of them down. We can see the way they embarrassed Nnamdi Kanu by arresting him in his home in UK. We can see the way, because they said that they could not get him in Nigeria, so they were looking for a particular way to get him. And you see the way he was arrested. And you can see the way he was arrested and thrown into jail. But we thank God now that he won the case against the federal government and is out now. Let's talk about Sunday Igboho, that had to run to Benin Republic to take him and his family out of the country because of the way the Nigerian government did not allow him to rest. At the end of the day, after much pressure, they are still even seeking for his head, seeking for him to come back. We can see the Attorney General of the Federation, Malami, and the way he is behaving. We can see the way Abubakar Malami is behaving, saying that he wants Igboho back. We can see the way things are going in this country. Like, we don't even have law. It's like the federal government, they are above the law. A lot of lawlessness. And you can see the way he is talking with so much pain and agony, saying that he is going to die, that he is just waiting for his funeral, and he has left things with the younger generation to continue to fight for their nation, to fight for anything they need to fight for, to make sure that people are happy. Just tell me how you feel about this news reaching you. Flood my comment section. Tell me how it is really doing you. Express yourself in my comment section. Pour out your heart in my comment section. And to those supporting us, continue to like this page, continue to subscribe, continue to share, and turn on your notification to get more news from us. And if you are just listening or joining us for the first time, also subscribe and do not forget to share. Thank you.